Hi everyone, welcome to this class. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐎𝐔𝐂𝐇. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful blouse with front overlap. So please, if this is what you're looking for, stick to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have a new tutorial. Also, if you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. Thank you for joining us, and let's get into this business. So to draft out the blouse with the front overlap, this is the pattern paper we'll be using. So the first thing is we are going to draw out our borderline. So this place now is going to serve as my shoulder line. So now in the front there is an overlap in the front, like a double-breasted overlap. So to do that, I'm going to be marking out something like 3 inches. I'm going to be marking like 3 inches or 3.5 inches. So let's make it 3.5 inches down to the hem of the blouse. So is this point to be using as our front overlap. Okay, so now that we have this, we can proceed to impute our measurements. So all our measurements will be starting from this line. So our back is 14 divided by 2, we have 7. So come down a little bit to have a straight line. So you step down by 1 inch for our shoulder slope, and we'll connect it to the neck wideness, basic neck wideness, which is 3 inches. Okay, so from this shoulder slope now, we'll be making out our armhole. The best thing that I use for my armhole is my shoulder divided by 2. It works for any measurement. So this is my chest line. So now my shoulder to bust is 9 inches. So I'll mark it out 9 inches. To the under bust is 12 inches. To the waist is 16, and the length of the blouse is 23 inches. Okay, so now that we have our lines, the next measurement to be taken is the nipple to nipple line, which is 6 divided by 2. I get 3 inches. Then I'll connect it. Okay, so we can go ahead to impute all our measurements. My bust is 8.5 divided by 4, because I did the bust divided by 4, 8.5, and the back also. So the bust, I'm going to take it to the under bust and also to the waist. Don't forget, it is the excess we have. The difference between the bust and the waist is what we'll be using as our dart. So my waist is 7 inches. So I'll just mark out 7 inches. But first, let's connect this. Okay, so the difference we have here is 1.5. I'm going to be dividing it to this side, on both sides of the dart line. So I have 1.5 here. So I did 0.5 on this side and 1 inch on this side. And my dart will be stopping ½ inch before the bust point. Also, the bust dart will be stopping ½ inch before the bust point. So my bust dart is 1.5 inches. That is the difference between the front half length and the back half length. So the difference we have here is 1.5. So this is my bust dart. Then this one, I'll go ahead to connect it. So for this type of blouse, I'm not going to be doing the underbust contouring, but if you wish to do it, you can just go ahead to contour your underbust. But for me, I'm not going to be doing the contouring of the underbust. So whatever I have as that here is what I'll take to the hem of the blouse. So the 1.5, I'm going to be sharing it also as I did on the waistline. Then we connect the lines together. So this one that we have here, I'll be adding it to my hip measurements. My hip measurement is 36 divided by 4. I have 9 inches. So if I say the 9 inches that is my hip plus that's 1.5 here, so I'll be having 10.5 inches. So I'll go ahead to mark 10.5. Whatever your hip is, you make sure you add the darts allowance to it. So connect it to the waistline like this. Okay, so now that we have this, you can go ahead to draw out our shoulder, our armhole. So my armhole is whatever is on the armhole line. This is 7 divided by 2, 3.5. Then I'll step down by 1 inch, and I will go in by 1 inch also. So this method is always perfect to get a perfect armhole curve without having any bulge on the armhole area. So now we can go ahead now to do our overlap. Okay, so to draft out the overlap and the neckline, let's start from this front. You know, we left 3 points, I think, okay, 3.5 inches here. So I will only be using 3 inches for the overlap. So you can just mark it down like this. We'll be using 3 inches for the overlap. You can make yours to be 2.5, is as you wish, but I think 3 inches is okay for me. So connect it like this down. So once we connect it now you notice, if you look at the picture very well, you notice that the overlap happens on the underbust, and this is our underbust here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be extending the underbust line out so as to know where the shaping is going to be. It's going to be on the underbust, so I extended the underbust out here. So this is going to be the overlap allowance. This is going to be the overlap here. So now let's get to the neckline. You make the neck width to be, so I'm making mine to be 4 inches. I'm making the neck width to be 4 inches. Now the depth of the neck, I'm making it to be 6 inches like this. So I'm going to mark it to be exactly 4 inches. So it's exactly at 4 inches. This place is like a square neck first, so you connect it first like this. So now in connecting it to this place, I'm going to be stopping 1 inch before the center front for the neck. I'm stopping 1 inch before the center front. So I'll connect it. Please follow me closely. So I'll connect the neck like this. So the neck is going to be like this. From the shoulder, I mark 4 inches as the wideness and 6 inches as the depth of the neck. Then I step in like this, so I stop 1 inch before the center front. So it's from this place now we'll be connecting to our underbust that we extended here for the overlap. So we connect this for the overlap like this. So you know, I said the overlap is going to be on the underbust. So this is the underbust line here that we extended out like this. So connect this to the overlap. Then we'll be connecting it to the hem of the blouse. So on the hem line, now I folded in my darts so that I will have a perfect shape like this. So on the hem line, I'm going in from the center front by 2.5 inches. From the center front, I'll be going in by 2.5 inches. Don't forget to close your waist darts. Don't forget to close the darts there. So like this now, I'm going to be connecting this line up to this point here. So make sure your pattern is relaxed. Then go ahead to connect it. So this is what we have after connecting it together. So this is what the shape of the blouse, the overlap with the front. So now you are going to be cutting two of this so that they will be overlapped, so there will be two buttons on the under bust. Now if you are using the same fabric for everything, you can just go ahead and cut it out and transfer it to your pattern if you are using the same fabric. But if you are using a different type of fabric, this is what you are going to be doing. Now you notice that at some point there is like a black taping, so this whole place now will be black or another color, but let's just use black as it is in the picture. So let's use black. So I'm going to be extending this neck place also. I'll be extending it out like this. So this whole place now is black. So now I also want to use this, I want to mark out some spaces that will also be black. So this place will be the main fabric, and this place I want to mark out now will be black. So it depends on how wide you want the black to be. You can make it 1 inch if 1 inch is okay, or you make it 1.25. So let's just make it 1.25. So I'm going to be marking 1.25 all around this shape. So those places is what I'll be using, that it will be black. So carefully you mark 1.25, you mark it all round. This one also, don't forget to close the darts. 1.25 to the hem of the blouse. So we have 1.25 now. So let me use my marker. Okay, let's mark it out with our pencil first, then we'll highlight it with the marker. So we have this. Okay, so this is what is going to be looking like. So let's shade it now. This whole place now, this place here like this, we'll be cutting it separately and be using another shade of fabric. So if you are combining two different fabrics together, you can go ahead to do this. But if you are using the same fabric all through, but to bring out the beauty of the design, you need to use a different shades of fabric. Maybe use a black and white, or use a different color of fabric. So this is what the front is going to look like. So our dart, we are just going to be using this dart to cut it out, so it will be a sew through dart, or to be a sew through dart, or you can close it and transfer it as bust dart. So if you want to close it to transfer as bust dart now, so this will help you to close the darts on the waistline. So you can just go ahead to close it here like this, and you use a bust dart. So you just take this one down, and the dart will be sewing alone will be the bust dart like this. So whichever one is okay for you, you can just go ahead and use it. So this is what the front piece is going to be like. So let's go ahead to draft out the back. Okay, so for the front, I decided to separate it. You know, I said we'll be using two types of fabric. So this marked out place, you use a different color, and also for this main body, you use a different color. So when you cut it out, this is what you are going to be having. Don't forget, we have closed our waist darts and transfer it to the bust. So the bust place is only place that we'll be having darts in the body. So you can cut your bust darts open like this. Okay, so we've transferred our darts to the bust. So this is what is going to be looking like. You cut two of these and you cut two of these. So when you are sewing, you just make sure you had all the necessary allowance. So you had 0.5 for the joining on the side, and also this one too, you had your 0.5 the side, you had your sides joining allowance. So on this other line, you just add 0.5 for turning in with the line. So this is what the front piece is going to be looking like. So for our back now, we've got a fresh pattern paper. Then you just draft out a basic back measurement. There's no design for the back aside from the zip, so just a basic back. So I'm measuring my armhole here. Shoulder slope, connect to the neck, basic neck width. Shoulder divided by 2. My bust point 9. The half length for the back was 16, and because we use bust darts of 1.5, so it will become 14.5. So the full length was 23 minus the 1.5 we are taking in, so it will become 21.5. So we have this on the waistline. We're doing the sway back to avoid the bulging of the zip. So we can go ahead to impute all of our measurements. So for this now, for this measurement, you see that our bust and the waist, they are almost on the same line. So these bodies will not be having a dart. So I'll just go ahead and put in my hip measurement 9 inches straight, because it's not going to be having a dart. And the bodies not having a dart does not mean it will not fit. It's definitely going to fit perfectly, but because of the measurements I'm using, the back is dartless. So my armhole divided by 2, step down by 1. For the back, I'll be going in by 0.5. So it connects the armhole together. So don't forget our neck wideness. For the front, we use 4 inches. We are going to be doing the same thing. So now the back depends on whatever neck design you want, but I'm just going to stick with the normal basic design. So it's just going to be 1 inch deep. So this is going to be my back neck. So we can just go ahead and cut it out. So this place we are cutting out this part, then we'll be adding our zipper allowance, and this place will be adding the side seam allowance for the side joining. So thank you for joining us in our tutorials today, and we'll see you in the next class.